the initial the tweet.
Hey folks, it's Johnny Flynn.
Tweet this out of anger.
November 18th.
Malicious intent.
And we've been asked to demonstrate what the warrant said for the guy who threatened Lamont. And I have it on screen.
Connecticut has the highest.
I just want to show you how to get there. If you go to CSP, is it news?
It's cspnews.org.
Yeah, .org.
Yeah.
You toggle down, you see a state trooper in a hat. You go down about a foot. Let me take myself off the screen. I just want to talk about...
Well, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
An inch.
So
here we go.
Complaint with the state police.
This is a picture of Jonathan Wright.
Election day a year ago.
And if you toggle down,
what's the outcome?
you will see
no one got back to us.
the date of the incident,
I watched
what he said to Ned Lamont,
by Black Lives Matter.
and there are some questions. Obviously, here's the warrant.
Never called us back.
Date 11/8. He's being arraigned on the 29th.
For U.S. Senate.
We think in which court?
People calling me about misconduct all over the place.
Superior Court, I believe.
I imagine if you can go to New London Superior Court on the 29th.
Well, hold on a second. We don't know which courthouse it's going to be at yet.
You shouldn't be proud of any of us because we are not proud of.
Yeah, we can't find the.
You see what he
we
said?
can't find the notice in the screen. I went to the
He
courts.
said that
checked New London.
Lamont violated the Nuremberg Code. You understand that? You know what that is?
I just see the video and it's
No
still
consent.
He has no weapons registered to him.
You've been very kind. I appreciate. Are you a writer for these people? Or are you just the press guy?
And he was discussing the law.
Oh, you're just a trooper. Hey, pleasure to meet you. You sound like a nice guy. I don't understand.
All he
how
did
you
was
guys
talk
can be
about points
weaponized and
of the
allow it.
law, which isn't threatening.
Godspeed and
But he does say this. You
Take
are
care of
scum
business,
living
my
on
friend.
borrowed
We're in a
time.
sanctuary
President Trump
state
knows
that
what you
doesn't
did to the
follow federal
elderly
law.
COVID patients
How can you
that were sent to
take an
nursing
oath
homes.
to follow
All is
federal law
known,
when the
and you'll
governor
meet your maker
says don't?
courtesy of a noose and a trap door. Oh my gosh. So he's talking about the normal historical treatment
Enjoy.
for
Bye.
people who commit treason.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like if I said, Johnny,
Well,
if I
that's that.
said, I'd like to see Governor
Nice
Lamont
gentleman.
and his wife tarred and feathered
Forced
and
not to
driven
follow
through the streets
federal
of
law.
New London.
Wow.
Now be careful about what you say, okay?
Yeah, that would be considered free speech, especially political speech, because tar and feathering people is not necessarily a real action. I wouldn't even know where to find tar, and I especially wouldn't want to hurt little chickens and pluck their feathers
Right.
off.
And Wright
So, I mean,
said-
this is ridiculous.
Wright signed and initialed the tweet and wrote next to it, I tweeted this out of anger but with no malicious intent. That's his statement. So it's hard to prove malicious intent, especially since he denied it. And he certainly didn't get in his car and try to meet with the governor.
Well, they can easily, and in violation of his rights to privacy, investigate all of his tweets and all of his emails.
Well, here we go. Read paragraph 8. Wright stated he was an Air Force veteran of 8 years. He has top clearance, secret clearance, and wished no harm to the governor. Wright stated he was just trying to say that if a court found him, the governor, guilty of doing anything such as making money off COVID patients, they should not get a get-out-of-jail-free card. For example, if people in the government were taking bribes from pharmaceuticals because of the COVID vaccine, which is untested, that people are getting it, without consent, right?
So
it's quite complicated.
The judge is S-H-A.
CK?
It's a Superior Court judge by the court.
Yeah.
Signed on. It's S-H.
Yep.
It looks like it could be you.
Yeah, Straub.
No, it's not a T. Let me just go back to the Connecticut judicial.
Hold on. Look on page 2. It's clearly stated. The judge's name is S-H-A-I-B. Shaib?
S-H-A-I-B. Wow. Okay, let's see who this...
In New London. Okay.
No, I see a Kenneth Schluger.
Hold on.
I don't see...
Hold on.
Judge.
Judge S-H...
Not in Connecticut, Superior.
A-U-B? Connecticut, New London?
Not New... Whoever this S-H-A-I-B is...
Well, hold on. They have a list of judges by district right here. Hold on.
Right, I'm looking at it. But she's not, or he's not on it.
Spallone, Spellman, Strackman, Swiden.
Not there.
Hold on.
So I'm wondering if they're moving it to a different judicial district.
Here's Kenneth Schluger.
I know, but that's not S-H-A-I-B.
It's close.
Not really. We need to find Kenneth L. Schluger. Let me look at that.
Waterford. That's the juvenile court in Waterford.
Yeah, that's not it. It's S.H. Judge of Superior Court. It does say geographical area number 10, town of New London. So it is, I don't know who this person is. We need to find out who this judge is because they're not even listed. Jonathan D. Wright is being railroaded by the Connecticut State Police in violation.
I know, but they have a... I know, but they have a signed warrant from a judge.
That really doesn't matter if the judge is breaking the law. And the law, they have to protect the laws. And if the judge is violating the law, the ordinances, which the judge did do, then they should follow the law and not the judge.
Okay, well, that's the warrant.
Okay, so
when I find the court date announcement, I went to the...
Can I point out something?
Sure.
On the arrest warrant, now he's being held on $30,000... No, he was arrested without incident, posted his court, said $30,000 bond, is scheduled to appear in court on 11/29.
Okay.
But underneath that, it says supervisor's approval required. And the supervisor to this arrest, because we were looking at the police officer who did do this, and the supervisor is Sergeant Robert Scavello, and his ID number is 0167.
Okay.
And I would like to know who he is and what right he has to make an arrest that violates state law. And that's what the problem is, that these people are lawless. Because this gentleman did not do anything. He was, politically speaking, something we do on a day-to-day basis, and there was no threat against God. Does anyone really think, you know why they're going after him?
Yeah.
Because he's a veteran. They're going after him because he's a veteran. I was wondering, why are they picking this low-hanging fruit? This poor guy that is just posting some...
They want to set a precedent. And they have the new law about making threats to congressional candidates. So they want to...
He's a veteran, and I'll tell you what, under the Obama administration, his Secretary of State at the time, Janet Napolitano, I believe it was. Was it? I can't remember who it was. But in any case, they published a report based on terrorist threats in our country. Mm-hmm. And do you know what they concluded? The Obama administration concluded that veterans were the #1 threat to the United States.
Hold on. You saw they sentenced the shaman yesterday to 41 months. Now, I didn't see him acting... I mean, he did walk into the Capitol, but I thought he was allowed in, and I thought he was very theatrical with his garb and makeup and all that, but what did he do to deserve 41 months when murderers get released after 3 years?
Well, and if you're a foreigner here illegally, it's a get out of jail free card.
Well, was he a patriot? Is he? First of all, let me ask you a question. Yeah. Is Jonathan Wright a patriot?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, for what he wrote, I don't know, but for speaking freely, which is his right, which is under attack, is that what this is all about?
It's the charge is 53A-62, threatening second degree.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely horrible that this is happening.
Okay, well, we're at 10 minutes on the video. Let me shut the video down. Thanks, folks, for watching. If you want to follow this case, I expect
I'm Lori Hopkins Kavanaugh, by the way.
That is, and she ran for Congress, and she is Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty on the phone here. She had a radio show for years.
8 years. Taken off for criticizing corporatism.
Corporatism.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's wrap up this at 10:40. And we're going to continue to follow the story as it unwinds. And I think it's worth following, seeing that, like the shaman who thinks the election was fraudulently commandeered, had a right in the Constitution for peaceful protest. Okay? Was this guy, Jonathan, peacefully protesting? No, but he was exercising freedom of speech and had security clearance as a veteran for 8 years. I mean, I think this is a clear case of him believing that Lamont crossed the line, like Cuomo, with respect to taking the elderly, putting them in high-risk individuals collected together in a higher risk environment. You understand?
The last thing Grandma needed was a influenza-ridden patient.
Well, did you see the article from 2 days ago? There's 8 new deaths at a elderly care facility in Connecticut, with 90 people having COVID and 22 staffers at the healthcare industry office. Want me to bring it up? I can.
Yeah, but they don't know they have COVID. I mean, they have the flu, they have pneumonia, they have things that are this is seasonal.
Hold on.
I mean, the problem is when they quarantine them together, that's when they die. When they use intubation, that's when they die. And when they're denied vitamin D, zinc.
Relax. I want to put the article up about the Connecticut.
That's what Jonathan Wright was upset with. How they handled these people. Not the fact that we're getting the seasonal pneumonia, flu, COVID since 1979 variations.
It was about 5 days ago. Hold on.
But what's worse is the anticipation of what's going on with the people who are vaccinated, and a lot of people believe that they're the ones who are filling up the hospitals and dying right now, which is an interesting subject matter. Who's in the hospital? Who's in the nursing homes? Vaccinated?
I'll tell you, there's a lot of stories we can talk about. Do you know about the salt cap business in New London? It's unbelievable what's going on there. Now they're on strike. I'm looking for the article about the Connecticut.
It's better every day. John, I gotta run.
Okay, bye.
Have a good one.
Ciao. I couldn't find the article, but there is one about a nursing home in Connecticut with, I think, 90 new infections and 9 new deaths. So we have to be extremely cautious. There you go. Have a great day, folks. That was Lori Kavanaugh asking questions about that warrant that she couldn't find. Have a great day.